What do all of these scenes have in common? Why do they make us so emotional when we watch these scenes? And why do some of us cry during these things? As you already guessed, it's that element of self-sacrifice for those you love. You can call it sacrificial love or unconditional love, but it's something so deep that is the reason why so many storytellers have it in their stories, and it's effective. It engages us as the listener or the reader, whatever medium you're receiving the story through. And it's because it's a deep human emotion. Or it's deeper than the emotion though, right? It's the action. We can all feel love, but when you act upon it in such a sacrificial way, it says something to the next level of that love, right? That sacrificial love says, I want what's best for this person or for them, even if that hurts me, right? We see it throughout all these stories, even in like love movies, right? Where sometimes, you'll see them go back and forth and then they end up breaking up or whatever. And whoever was the one that was messing up a lot, then they end up kind of having this moment of realization of like, man, I really messed things up and I'm a better person now. But you know what? I just want that person to be happy, even if it's not with me. I just want them to find somebody that loves them. And if that's not me, I'm okay with it. I just want that person to be happy, right? It's the same idea. It's like, I want the best for you, even if it hurts me, even if it doesn't include me, right? Whether it's in the Iron Giant, right? The giant sacrifices himself to save the town, or Groot, right? He goes and he basically allows these alien things or whatever to kill him and to save his friends. The whole Tony Stark thing, he repairs everything with the snap of his fingers, but in turn, he knew that it would kill him. All of these things, but the one that's a little bit deeper, a deeper level, like a secondary level, would be sacrificing for those you love, even if it's not reciprocated, even if it's not given back. The Wild Robot really hits that. I know that movie's kind of recent, so if you don't want spoilers, just skip to I'll put the time when you can skip to, just so you don't get the spoiler. But in that movie, we see that this robot, she's taking care of this little goose, and she realizes that he needs to leave the island for migration because he won't survive, right? So she's helping him. She's teaching him. She's all of these things. And you see throughout the movie, she's sacrificing herself. And she's going beyond what she can do as a robot, right? I know, robots don't have feelings and all that, but it's a story. And it's portraying a type of love and a type of self-sacrifice for those you love. And you see her lose a limb. She starts like leaking, I guess you could say, blood, right? It's like whatever fluid because she's damaged and she's exhausted, but she's going hard for this little guy, right? She's teaching him, she's helping him, she's pushing him. And it comes to a point where he finds things out where he's like mad at her and he like doesn't love her anymore. And he's just like, their relationship gets broken for a bit. But it doesn't stop her. She keeps going and she keeps pushing and she keeps trying to save his life and she succeeds, right? And it's that's a deeper love, a deeper version of that sacrificial love. Because now she could be like, fine, if you're going to be rude to me, if you don't want my help, if you don't, fine, then you figure it on your own. Like that would be how most of us react, right? But there's that deeper love where it's like, you know what? You can be mad at me all you want. You could be mean to me. You could hate me. I'm still going to help you. I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to benefit you no matter what that cost is on my end. And that reflects like a parent's love, what a parent's love should be. So now we have self-sacrifice for your friends and for those who love you. And then you have a deeper self-sacrifice for those that you still love them, but even if they don't love you back, right? Now it's become unconditional, right? Like even if they hurt you, even if my kids are angry at me, even if they become rude to me, whatever it is, I'm going to love them. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to lead them. I'm going to build them up as a father, right? That's the role of a parent. The parent sacrifices. That's how you show that love. You sacrifice for your kids, whether they acknowledge it or not, whether they appreciate it or not. It's our job, right? That's our love for them, right? No matter what that means for us. But there's actually a third, even deeper level of this. And this is the origin of this love. The reason why all of we see this sacrificial love everywhere and it resonates so much with us, it's because it's embedded deep into our spirit, deep into our soul. And it comes from our Creator. He did the ultimate sacrifice for us. He didn't just come and die for us to make a way and build a relationship for those of us who already love Him. It's not like, you know, if you love me, then I'll die for you and you know, whatever. Like, He went all the way. Many of us have sacrificed for our children, for our friends, for our loved ones. Many of us have sacrificed a little, a lot, but Jesus sacrificed all of it. He left His godhood status in heaven. He stripped Himself down to a human level. And He took the most humiliating punishment, the most excruciating pain for me and you, for those of us who hated Him. Can you imagine? You see someone that just hates you and is fighting you, and you're like, it's okay, I'm still gonna help you even if that hurts me. Even if I end up dying, I'm still gonna help you and I'm gonna save your life. That's the kind of love that He has for us. Because how many of us turned our backs on Him? How many of us told Him, I want nothing to do with you? How many of us told Him, I hate you? Yet He looked at that and said, that's okay. I'm still gonna make a way to give you freedom, to give you joy, to give you hope, to give you a relationship to the source of life. I'm still gonna make a way. I'm gonna put myself through the worst things for you. You may not love me now. You may not appreciate what I'm doing now. You may not ever appreciate it. You may not ever love me. But I'm still gonna do it. That's the origin of this love. That's why certain things mean a little bit more. They have weight to them because it comes from our Creator. Many people don't want to acknowledge God or His existence, but the evidence for Him is all around us. And it's in things like this. It's in the intangible things, in His love. Just like we see the evidence or the influence of the artist in any art piece. Like, for example, guitarists, right? You can tell when it's a specific guitarist because it's not just him playing a song, it's his influence in that, right? It's his style, it's who he is that's flowing through the art that he's creating. Same thing with art like paintings and stuff, or drawings, or digital art, whatever. Like, you can see, oh wow, that was this person. Look at things like, for example, Van Gogh, right? Like, everybody knows what his paintings look like. In every piece of art, there is a stamp of the artist. And it's the same with our creation. Everywhere in our world, everywhere in our life is the stamp of God. We see His principles, we see His character in everyday life, in this universe, in every situation. That's why these things affect us. That's why this type of love affects us. We only know about love because He first loved us. We only know about this love because He created this world with His love. He's put this in us. That's why we feel love. That's why we feel moved when we see someone sacrifice for somebody else. That's why we feel moved emotionally when we sacrifice for somebody, or when somebody sacrifices for us. When there is that sense of like hopelessness, and that hope comes from the sacrifice, that's directly tied to what Jesus did for us. I hope this shines some light for you guys in who God is for us. How He's not some just great big judge who's ready to kill us and ready to condemn us. He's a loving Father first and foremost. So I hope you guys can see that in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.